Why your spirit art stalls. So welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, my name is Anne-Marie Bond. In today's spirit art audio reflection, we're going to explore something that almost every developing spirit artist experiences at some point in their journey. And today we reflect upon why spirit art sometimes seems to stall. Feel free to draw while you listen to today's reflection. You may choose to practice drawing simple faces, or simply allow the pencil to move loosely across the page while you listen, or perhaps you just want to sit back and relax. At different stages of learning, artists sometimes notice that their progress seems to slow down. At some point during spirit art development, many students begin to feel as though their progress has slowed down. Perhaps the drawings feel repetitive. Perhaps the portraits do not seem to improve in the way the artist hoped. Or perhaps the artist begins to question whether they are truly receiving impressions at all. Now, it's at these moments it can feel discouraging, especially for students perhaps like yourself who were initially excited by your early stages of learning how to draw. But there were periods where progress appears to stall, or actually it could be very common in your creative spirit portraiture development. I don't want you to worry if a drawing may not develop as easily as it has done for you before. I don't want your confidence to start to feel uncertain, whether or not you can actually draw, or whether or not you are actually on the right spiritual pathway, learning how to do spirit portraiture, learning how to combine drawing with speaking. You know, quite often the artist may begin questioning their ability, and perhaps this is you. Maybe you're at a point in your spiritual development where you've started to question your ability to be able to work in service for spirit. And perhaps you're at a stage, at a crossroads, uncertain which path to take. Do you stick with learning how to draw, knowing that it's a lifelong progress, knowing that it's a continuous development? Or do you just simply go down a different route to learn something else that may seem more familiar, less challenging, and perhaps get you to the destination quicker? You have to ask yourself, why are you doing this? You have to ask yourself, why do you want to do spirit portraiture? Why do you want to do mediumship? Why do you want to become a healer? Why do you want to serve those in the world of spirit? And as you sit back for a moment, and as you consider and perhaps ponder over why you are in this stage in life where you are thinking about what to do next, perhaps you consider yourself to be a non-artist, somebody that cannot draw. Perhaps you are very good at doing stick men or stick women, or perhaps you would even consider that you can't even draw a stick man or woman. But I always say to my students this: if you can hold a pencil or a pen and you can sign your name, then you can learn how to draw. And like anything in life, it may seem daunting at first, but all you've got to do is take the first step. And do you know what that is? I will tell you. The first step is to have some blank paper and a HB pencil and a willingness just to sit. So you would find a quiet space. Maybe you have your paper on a clipboard, or it's on the table and you're sitting at the desk. And perhaps you allow yourself a moment to breathe, to hold the pencil, to place a hand on the paper, to send a thought to spirit, to have that intention and invitation. And if you're a previous student of mine, or even current, you know I always talk about intention and invitation. And as you sit down with your hand on the paper and your other hand holding the pencil, you may consider just breathing for a moment, you may consider to allow yourself just to rest, relax, surrender. And as you put the thought of invitation to Spirit to draw close to you, perhaps they move that step closer because you allow them the permission to come closer still. And as your mind starts to perceive the presence, and as you become aware of someone from the spirit world drawing close to you, you may then feel an urge to move your hand and just to become observant as the pencil moves on your page. One of the hardest things I feel as a teacher of those learning how to do spirit art is letting go of perfection, wanting to see a face drawn on paper that is perfect. But when you can let that go, when you can put that aside, and when you can allow the Spirit to lead you, then we can begin. So please don't lose confidence. Your experience of learning how to draw is a creative development. And in spirit art, the sense of feeling uncertain or your drawing not developing as before, it can occur for several reasons. Sometimes the artist becomes overly focused on achieving a perfect result. Perhaps the pressure to produce a convincing portrait can interrupt the natural flow of drawing. Other times, the artist may become too cautious. So instead of allowing the drawing to develop freely, the hand hesitates. The lines become smaller and more controlled. The drawing loses some of its natural movement. Another reason spirit art can stall is that the artist may be trying to interpret impressions too quickly. So rather than allowing the spirit to emerge gradually, the artist may attempt to force the image into a specific outcome. Perhaps at this very moment, you are starting to recognize some of this in you. Often the most helpful response I can say is to simply return to the basics. Draw lightly, observe patiently, and allow the portrait to develop without expectation. So when you as the artist begin to relax into the process again, you'll often find the drawing often begins to move forward naturally. So in the beginning, every new drawing feels like discovery. Every portrait reveals something new, but as the artist becomes more familiar with the process, improvement can sometimes feel less obvious. So at this stage, you may begin to feel that refining small details is better rather than experiencing dramatic changes. The structure of the face becomes more balanced, shading becomes more subtle, expressions become more natural, and these developments are important even if they do not always feel dramatic. Another reason spirit art may seem to stall for you is that you may begin to place too much pressure on the drawing. So instead of allowing your portrait to develop naturally, you may begin analysing every line too quickly. So when this happens, you may find that your drawing can lose some of the relaxed observation that supports intuitive work. And so there are many experienced spirit artists who will encourage people, and I will encourage my students to approach these moments with patience. Rather than trying to force progress, it can be helpful to continue practicing gently and consistently. Sometimes the next stage of your development appears quietly after a period of steady observation and drawing. What once felt like a pause in progress often turns out to be a stage where you, as the artist, has begun to strengthen your foundation. And again, I always mention to students that once a month, the last Wednesday of the month, I offer, on occasion, a drawing meditation class where I will speak a meditation aloud and allow my students to enter, to draw. It's a free class open to the public, so come along, 12 p.m. or 7 p.m. UK time, and just simply go to my website. The link will be in the description, and you too can sit in the energy and allow the impression of spirit to be placed upon you. So in today's reflection, if you've recognised moments like this in your own development, you may wish to ask yourself a simple question. Am I drawing with curiosity or with pressure? Leave a comment in the learning space in the comment box and share with me what resonated with you most. Just remember, every artist encounters moments where progress feels slower, and it's these moments are often part of your deeper learning process.